first order of business would be the minutes. There's actually two sets of minutes, one from the June 27th meeting, that's a special meeting, and then the July 5th meeting.
Motion to approve is presented.
Motion's been made by Sam Hutchins to approve the minutes, both sets of minutes, second by Jerry Hahn. Any further discussion? All approved, say aye.
Aye.
Disapprove? Motion will carry. Next will be your bills list and additional bills list and transfers. Now, let me point out, Sam, this was supposed to come in the last year, but you and I discussed that. I think maybe why Jerry was banged up a little bit. Downstairs, there's 3 air conditioning heating units. Those boxes that sit down there.
Yes.
Those are in. They're supposed to come in last fiscal year. We decided to replace those because of the efficiency of the units, and so that's where that Timmy Todd that stored $5,470. That just stored down in the basement. And we'll wait to put them on when we convert the air and cooling system because of the loops, and we'll hook them up then probably about October. We hope to do.
Hopefully it'll be heat instead of air by then.
But both, it does both. It's an air handler type of thing that puts out the heat and the cool. But there's no doubt that if you get a chance to look at those when you go downstairs, the efficiency, the shake, they're old.
How's that?
They look like they're probably about 40 years old.
I've been 40 years old. Nothing lasts 40 years.
I've been here 24 years, and they've been here since I've been here.
50 years old.
Down one.
Is it up? 50 years old.
But I just want to point that out to you. This stored materials is what we're paying for.
I'll make a motion to pay the bills and transfers as presented.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Jeff Lear. All approved, say aye.
Aye.
Disapprove? Motion will carry. Y'all kind of quiet on the motions today here. Appointments, skip the first one. We're going to go to the Air Board appointment. David Sutherland wishes to continue to serve on the Air Board. He's been a good member of the Air Board and has shown a great interest in the Air Board. You did get that order, didn't you?
Yes.
Need a motion to approve?
Need a motion to approve.
I'll make the motion.
Motion by Jeff Lear, second by Jerry Hahn. All approved, say aye.
Aye.
Disapprove? Motion will carry. We're still working on the Human Rights Commission. 2016 Sheriff Tax Settlement Report. We need to put this for a matter of record, approve pending audit. If I can get a motion to do so.
I'll make a motion.
Thank you, Jeff.
Second.
Second by Sam. Any further discussion? All approved, say aye.
Aye.
Disapprove? The motion carries. I think you've got a copy of that. Jeff Lear made a motion, second by Sam.
All right, thank you. I have a copy of this.
I couldn't remember if I put it in there or not. Next would be dental insurance renewal. You gave you guys a copy of that, I believe, hopefully.
No.
No? Yeah, I messed up again, didn't I? Our dental insurance renewal, we would go with, I'm proposing to go with the dental care group. What I want to do though, unlike the last few years, I want to lock in for a 2-year guarantee rate on a 5.5% increase. Let me pass it around. I'm sorry I didn't get that to you. There, go to the end column there.
This one, this one.
The end column right there. Yeah. Let's pass that around. I can come back to y'all. Pass it around. Look at it. I'll come back to it. I thought I put it in your mailbox.
How much did it increase?
5%. The employee pays 50% of it, and the county pays 50%. Right, Rhonda? Our life policy and our short-term disability, we have a 3-year guarantee rate on that, so we don't have to deal with that this year. But the dental did go up 5%. Look, you can see what our renewal with our current company was going to be about 18% increase. That's the reason we had to shop around. Now, bear in mind, that only pays $1,000. That doesn't pay, on a dental plan. That's not a big policy. I'll come back to that in a minute. If you guys want to delay it, that's fine. I meant to put that in my box. Next would be Jail report, Dorcas.
Okay, today we have a total of 151 inmates. We have 6 in Harlan County, 1 on home incarceration. We have 48 state inmates. We have 2 inmates of serving weekends. So it's an in-house total of 142. For June, on controlled intake, we averaged 26 a day. Class Ds, we averaged 24 a day. Nelson County inmates, we averaged 113 a day, so that was a daily total of 164 inmates a day that we averaged. June, for new arrivals on males, we had 126. Females, we had 71. That was a total of 197. Releases, we had 130 males, 65 females, a total of 195. Sentenced out of district court, we have 4. 2 of these is weekenders. Waiting for court, we have 16. Home incarceration, we have 1 out of district. State inmates, we have 22 controlled intake, 26 Class Ds. We have 1 out of circuit court that's serving time on weekends. We have 6 community service. Work release, we have 2 that are state inmates. Sentenced to jail on weekends, we have the 1. I think I mentioned that before. Drug court, we've got 4 out of drug court. So we have 70 in circuit court that are waiting for court. We have 86 that have not been sentenced. That's district and circuit together.
Questions for Dorcas?
I think Bernard asked you last time, how come you think the female population is increasing so much?
I don't know, that's all over the state they are. We've got a couple we're trying to get at Peewee Valley. They're 80 backed up at Peewee Valley. And we've got about, I think, 5 state females. We can't find a place for them anywhere because they're on meds and the jails won't take them like that. So it's heavily populated all over the world. All over the state of Kentucky. Hardin County's got, I think they told me they had 50 over their limit on females. So it's not just us, it's all jails, prisons.
No, Dorcas, go back in history, just a few years ago, a lot of the space was empty in a lot of the county jails.
Exactly, when they closed those private prisons, then it started crowding the county jails.
Start cramming, yeah. And there's rumor that the Marion Adjustment Center is going to reopen.
There's rumors that 3 of them are supposed to open it back up. But they haven't even signed the contract yet. That's what my jail inspector told me this morning. They're waiting to sign it, and then it'll be a couple of months after they sign the contract. Because my understanding, what I've been told at the conference and everything at NIC, they want to make part of it female, part of it male. So they're going to have to separate it like that in order to do it.
Do you remember how many prisoners Marion Adjustment Center would hold? Do you
There
remember?
was 300 and some prisoners at
Was
one
it that
time.
many?
Yeah. And I can remember the time. Of course, I go way back anyway. We had to beg the officers to bring them in. That was back when they was on a fee system. That's how the jailers survived. You don't have to beg them anymore.
Thank you.
Is it going to be a private prison up there again, or is the
Marion-
county going to take over?
No, Marion Adjustment Center will be a private,
Will it be a private?
just like it was before.
There's about, I just say, in our Lincoln Trail Area Development District, Marion and Grayson counties both, over the years, have turned back money to the county.
Right. Well, they're holding
That
that.
reversed a few years ago.
They're also
Yeah.
housing federal inmates too.
Yeah, that's where they
So
get
that-
$90 a day or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Well, I
Same way
think,
with Oldham County. They're housing federal.
But they have different standards too, they have to follow. too.
Yes.
what, 2 or 3 years ago, Marion County was always profitable, right?
Yes.
And
Oh,
it
yeah.
went- About 3 years ago, it went in the red, first time in
Oh, yeah.
their 300 bed history or whatever.
Yeah.
And there one time we housed Marion counties.
Yes.
We did.
Well, when I
When they
first got
first-
elected, we were out in Marion.
Now, when they put the addition on at Nelson County, of course, back then Austin said, what's the need to have empty beds? We contracted with Marion County, Washington County, and Spencer County, and also housed their inmates for them. And Marion County built their own, so they took Marion and Washington.
Or at least a portion of them, may not have gotten them all, but we got.
We got the biggest part of it, because when they closed Marion County Jail down, myself and another deputy went over there and transported theirs to our jail.
I remember. Thank you. go on to landfill solid waste report. First, before we get into the compactor discussion, let's go to the garbage truck lift. John, you want to speak briefly about
Yeah,
that?
currently we have 3 garbage tippers installed. Basically, run 5 garbage trucks Monday, Tuesday, and run 4 garbage trucks the rest of the week. We have got an extra garbage truck in the budget for this year, and that will come with a tipper. So basically, if we buy 1 tipper now, at the end of this budget, when we get this new truck, we'll have 5 tippers, 1 for every day of the week.
You know,
Regular
we're
route.
got the arm that picks up the bigger and bigger. We're getting more and more people buy those and complaining about them
Yeah.
because we don't have a temper on
Yeah,
that.
yeah, we have people calling in, well, why do you have a tipper on this route, not on my route?
Right, they wouldn't dump them unless they was in bags, too,
Yes.
correct?
Yeah.
So I'd like to get approval to buy 1, and the cost of this is around $8,500.
Motion to approve. Motion by Jerry, second by Jeff. Further discussion? All approved, say aye.
Aye.
Disapprove? Motion will carry. And Jeff, most of the complaints are coming from your district. Thank you.
That was me calling in.
Disguising you. It didn't sound like your voice. Okay, let's go to compactor update. I have, at the committee meeting this morning, we met and discussed the possibilities of instead of buying a used compactor, consider buying a new compactor. Various reasons. Number one reason is that when you buy a new compactor, you'll get a 5-year powertrain warranty or 10,000 hours, whichever comes first. And unlike a lot of other equipment, that 5-year warranty is very important, especially in the garbage and the landfill. We also discussed the possibility, when we do buy a machine, no matter whether we buy used or new, there are some fire suppression systems you can add to garbage compactors. When I talked to Hardin County Landfill, the people at Santec that runs that, he said fires in landfill compactors are more often than you think they are. And they retrofit all of their machines with a fire suppression system. Up until 3 or 4 years ago, we went 20 years without a fire at the landfill, or at least a fire reportable fire where we lost equipment. We think a lot of that had to do with the amount of volume that we're doing, plus the machines that we had before were Rex machines versus the Caterpillar, and they were a little easier to clean and keep clean. So with the new maintenance man, and John's working on a program as far as making sure that they're going to be clean, I would recommend a fiscal court, especially this year. We have some extra money in the budget that's carried forward in the landfill fund to go ahead and buy the new machine, take the $120,000 in insurance proceeds and apply that to a new machine and advertise for a new machine next week or so.
Yeah.
How long does it
Unless you
take
guys
to
have
take?
some different ideas.
They should be done, make them in August, and we should get one in September. I would like to advertise, we could advertise Friday, open bids next Friday by next court meeting, which is August 1st.
Where are they made, in France?
I don't know about the compactors, how it was, but I don't know about the compactor.
How would you say you've got it in the budget to pay for it?
No, I'll have what amend the budget to pay for it. But we got the money, the cash flows in the budget.
Can we pay it for it in 5 years instead of paying it off right off the bat?
And we thought about that, but we're getting 0% interest on our money in the bank, and landfill fund's got about 5 or 6 million.
I'm just thinking if it goes down in 2.5 years and you still own money on it, they'll fix it. If you pay for your truck right off the bat.
Are you asking cat finance?
Yes.
Is that what you're asking?
You gonna pay interest?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I mean,
On the money.
well, they might work it out with us since we're buying brand new.
They're giving us a 30% price reduction.
Now, what's the price?
Let's say-
John, tell them what the
Well,
machine list was.
list price on it is 9 something.
I mean, it's just something to ask maybe.
Yeah.
We can add.
We talked about that.
Okay.
But our money's getting 0% in the bank. They don't even want our money in the bank right now.
If you still own money, they're gonna fix your truck, or they're gonna fix your house.
Interest-wise.
If you don't own money, you're gonna be back here, then this guy that owes
You
the
get
money
your back.
will fix it. I just,
Let me just
say my
say,
experiences.
well, let me say the experience we just had with Caterpillar. We had an engine blow. They're putting 100% of the cost of the engine back in themselves, brand new engine, and they're renting the machine for us to use. You can't ask for better service than that.
Has that happened anywhere else? Or is our machine the only one that blew up a motor? Why don't you ask that Jim?
I'll ask Jim.
Because it may have
And that was a new
been,
model design.
Yeah, it might be a
This one
default
is a
model.
model that's been out now for 3 3+
3
years,
years.
so it's kind of tried and true. I feel a lot better about this one than I would if it were a new model.
It's got like a
Yeah.
6.0 motor in their ambulance,
Yeah.
so they junk.
Yeah.
And it's just something to ask. Maybe ours was just the only one, you see what I'm saying? Then again, it might be a limit,
Yeah.
like the 6.0.
That was one thing, like Sam said, we did ask how long this compact, this K model's been out, and it's been out for 3 years, so hopefully.
So they got most of the bugs worked out.
Hopefully,
You would
the bugs
think.
will work out.
Yeah,
By now, they've got,
as many landfills crossing on specs.
And I talked to Santec in E-Town, they run nothing but the Caterpillars and the 826s and 36s.
If you look at John's analysis on just what you save on compaction alone with a bigger machine, pays for itself fairly quickly. And if you look 20, 30 years down the line, it's, I mean, for the extra money, it's a lot, but I think it's probably really good.
For the media, what Jeff's referring to
I like this guy.
is,
He's not.
is that the machine a machine we're operating on now weighs how much?
Around, we have one that's 70 and one that's 80.
Okay.
And
And this one's 90,000 pounds. And so you get better compaction in the garbage. And better compaction means more airspace and more time at the landfill. Tom estimated about.
Not airspace, it means more
Dollars.
garbage.
But yeah,
More garbage
but
per
that's,
cubic yard.
that's dollars.
If you delay the opening of the next phase of landfill about 2 or 3 years by this, then you, I mean, Jesus, I mean, that's a lot of money.
Yeah. And that's what it amounts to. We're selling, like a hotel room, we're selling space.
That's
Seriously.
a fine way to
The
put it.
bigger it gets.
Well, it is.
But-
It's like the airlines, they just cram them in there, they'll close together.
Yeah, take 2 inches
Fly
out the
the same
seats.
way.
But we need
I
a
did,
motion.
you were on the committee, so.
Yeah, I will make the motion to purchase the,
Advertise for it and bring it back to the court.
for the advertisement to be for the 826K model.
Yes.
Okay.
Second by Jerry Hahn. Any further discussion?
Are we gonna have more than one bidder? Hopefully.
I've only one Kevin.
Hopefully, we'll look into it, we'll try to get as many bidders as we can.
There's only about 2 or 3 manufacturers in this whole industry.
The landfill, that's what's so tough about buying used, it's such a specialized market.
Rex makes one, but I think they just got out of business, yeah.
For years, Kevin,
I talked to Curtis about it.
And further discussions, Keith, good point though, you know, the options are limited, I can tell you that.
Well, it don't hurt to ask.
I agree. I don't know who else makes them,
There's a
John.
company, I think, called Bold Mag.
But, hey,
They've got a engine I've never even heard of.
All approved, say aye.
Aye.
Disapprove? Motion will carry.
Goal would be next court meeting to have you all to bid.
Can you, and maybe we should put this in the motion, but to look at doing a fire suppression system on it?
we can have that as an alternate.
option.
Okay,
That's
yes,
an option.
that'd be fine. Something, if it's installed by CAT or by somebody later, see what
We
you
can do
do
that
best.
as a bid item.
Yeah.
We choose.
What we can do, we can get that as in
The
this
way
bid.
that
and we'll
the way the guy in E-Town said, he adds them on, or the Hardin County landfill guy.
In the next week, we get pricing for just an add-on, and then we'll have it in the bid, too, we can have an alternate, just to see if we can get those prices.
Very lucky
What's the best
landfill.
price?
Yeah.
The compact is cheap compared to the landfill burn. I mean, you never would put that fire out. Okay, thank you. John, anything else?
The high lift should be in parts for that. They need to do wiring harness because it was a 2017 engine and 2016 machine. So they had to order the wiring harness, supposed to be in Friday. So we hopefully should get it next week.
Donnie'd be sad. He kind of wants you to keep another month, probably.